What's happening, gang? Welcome back to Marcanine's playthrough of Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. This is part 23 in our ongoing series, and in the last episode we came across a specific location where you can find the Regi trio. We started here in P-Town, we went over to the west, or to the left, I guess you could say, and explored Route 132, 33, and 34, and we ended up at a location where you have like this hidden cavern where you can catch the Regis, but you need to have some prerequisites met before you can get in there. Namely, you need a Relicanth, you need to have a Wailord, and you need to have a Pokemon that knows Dig, which I have that now. So I did that in between videos and got that all set up just so we can go over this here. I'll go over all the details of everything that you need and how to do this here. But before we do, of course, if you do enjoy the video, show some love, hit that like button, and consider becoming a Marcanine channel member. If you head on over the front page of the Marcanine channel right now and click on the memberships tab, you can see what it means to be a fan and a super fan, and all the perks and benefits that come along with those, including early access to pre-scheduled videos, exclusive playlist playthroughs and videos, badges, emojis, and VIP members only access to an exclusive Discord channel within the Marcanine Discord server, and a whole lot more. So take a look if you're interested. All right, now let's go ahead and break down what it is that we need. So you need to have a Relicanth in your first position. I know it's a small screen in the bottom right, just deal with it. You have Relicanth in first position and Wailord in the bottom right. Now Wailord is pretty easy to obtain, I think, in terms of Wailmer's all over. Just take a look at like the Bulbapedia page and see like all the different routes that it's available to be caught on. It shouldn't be hard to find a Wailmer. Level it up to level 40, that's the harder part. Once you get 40, it evolves into Wailord, boom, there you go. Relicanth is a little bit more tricky. Finding that thing is kind of a pain in the butt, but you can find it also, same place. Go to Bulbapedia, take a look at the routes, and then you can find it there. The other thing you need is a Pokemon that knows Dig, and in this case, we've got Flygon that can do that. So from here, though, starting in P-Town, or I always say P-Town because I am terrible at pronouncing the name of this particular town. Pacific-Log Town? Pacific, whatever, you get it. Anyway, okay, so we're here. Now, what the easiest way is after you've gone through, and you do need to do this first, you have to go and you have to browse the routes a little bit, because then they become unlockable that you can actually reach them through soaring. So you need to be pretty far in the game, and you need to have gotten the Eon Flute, as it were, from Steven. And once you, I believe, do you have to do that? You either do the Cave of Origins thing and catch Kyogre, and then he gives it to, yeah, he does it that way. You stop Kyogre in, did I say Kyogre? Kyogre in Alpha Sapphire, or Groudon in Omega Ruby, and then you get the Eon Flute. The Eon Flute will summon your Latios or Latias or whatever is exclusive to your version, so we're going to use it. It's a really cool mechanic. I actually really do enjoy this. So then you hop on your Laddie, and then you can fly freely in the air and land on places that you've been. It's really annoying that you can't just land anywhere, but whatever. So Pacific-Log Town. I believe now if we go over, no, it's 131. Let's go Pacific-Log, 132, 133. Okay, let's land here. Now the hard part about this is that after you've landed in this spot, you have to be very careful on how you navigate the terrain, because it has the really high current stuff. Is it 133? Yeah, this is right. You can actually take either this route or this route, I think. But I know 100% for sure that you can take it from the southern route here and follow the currents, and then you're fine. So this will bring you into this little land here. There's 3 trainers. Fight them if you want. You can't avoid them if you're good enough. All right, and then I believe you just hop on this, and then it brings you to like sort of like a little wetland area, little sandy wetland thing right in the middle here, and then it brings you here. Now, this is the part that's a bit of a pain. You can actually see right where you need to go. So there are guides that I've read that say go to the northmost tile and go there. That to me, or the northwestern mark, and that tells me it's either this spot or this spot. But that's not where you want to go, because if you look from the screen right now, if you look over at that rock, it's like the current goes around the rock and then it goes past the rock, and you don't want that. It's specifically this little patch right here. You can actually see better this way. Do you see how the current goes like out, and then if you go too close to the rock, it pushes you up and then to the left? You don't want that. You want these 3, because these 3, 4 lines, I guess you could say, because that'll bring you into the patch that you need to go to. because you need to go right specifically here. If you go any other way, you see how the current would push you out, you don't really have a chance to, you know, end up where you want to be. And this is it. So you also need a Pokemon that knows Dive. I should have started with that too. I'm sorry. Surf and Dive are necessities because you need to navigate the water, and then you need to have Dig because it's part of a puzzle. Relicanth and Wailord are also part of the puzzle. I'm pretty sure those are all the things that you need. I apologize for not saying that earlier, but I figure it's common sense, but can never assume, you know. So once you go down here, for the most part, you should be able to just kind of surf and then hit this little patch or this little pathway. And then it brings you this area that if you keep going south or just going down, you'll eventually come across like an area that you can like navigate around. And there's going to be some braille here. And the braille reads, you can click on it if you want to see it, but I believe it says go up here. Yeah. I can't read braille, I just know that's what it says. Okay, and then you click on the light area here, and then it brings you up to the surface. And then we're gonna do these puzzles together. Now, I've never done these puzzles before myself. I've seen people do it. I know how to do it, but I haven't done it myself, so we're gonna do it together. I'm also going to save the game just because I am superstitious. All right, click on this, what does this say? Okay, so I'm actually gonna use Bulbapedia as a reference point because I think this is probably gonna be easier. So let's go ahead and break it down. Okay, so we are now in the sealed chamber, as it were. And if you're not familiar with the Regis, I was going to say trio, but technically it's a quattro if you count Gigas, but now you have two more, Draco and Regigigas as well, I think. So you have like, there's too many. So there's a whole bunch of Regis, all the Regi family as it is. They all have little dots all over their faces, which I think all correspond to like some sort of braille adjacent purpose or reference of some kind. The sealed chamber here is a mysterious ruin located in the depths of Route 134, which is where we are now. The many stone tablets, positioned around the chamber feature the same mysterious writing that was found near the underwater entrance, the one that said go up here, right? Solving some of Hoenn's oldest mysteries hinges on deciphering this age-old system. The first chamber at the entrance holds 10 stone tablets that act as a key to decoding this ancient writing system, known as Braille. These 28 characters correspond to the 26 letters of the alphabet, as well as the comma and the period, so 28 total characters. Inspect the markings on the cavern's north wall to reveal a phrase, which translates to dig here, okay? So I don't know, let's take a look and see. So all this Braille and all this stuff, we're gonna go to the wall. Now, I did this in the original games. I don't remember it being like, yeah, dig here. Is it H-E-R? Interesting. I don't remember it looking like this, obviously, because the game being older has a different visual style than this 3D model. Let's go to Pokemon. And then we're going to, where's my boy? Flygon knows Diggy Dig. Okay, there we go. And then opens up this cave butthole. There we go. Okay. All right. I don't believe there are any wild Pokemon or items here. If we come across anything, I'll let you know, but I'm pretty sure this is pretty open and available to just kind of walking around and walking through. I'm pretty sure the back wall has another thing. Okay, so this has another one. Okay. The central ruins are encircled by 6 more stone tablets which tell of a powerful Pokemon that was sealed away. The message on the north wall reads, first comes Relicanth, last comes Wailord. Wailord's pre-evolved form Wailord can be found in many areas using the Good or Super Rod, while Relicanth can be found only in a few underwater areas. Position these Pokemon in their respective places in your party and examine the wall again. This causes a mighty earthquake to rock the sealed chamber, while the sound of doors opening echoes from somewhere far away. 3 separate ruins have now been opened, and each one holds a legendary Pokemon. So we've clicked on that. There we go. It's already done because I have them in my party, so we're good. Pay no mind to the fact that I have my little animated GIFs here of the Pokemon team I was using before. Okay, I don't know that... Okay, so that opened up three different caves, right? Okay. Alright, so I think what that did, if I'm understanding this, sound doors echoed from somewhere far away. 3 separate ruins have now been... Okay, so there's nothing specifically in this cavern. Okay, that's good to know. So 3 cavern locations have been... Now, if I remember correctly, at least from playing Emerald, so it was a little bit different than this, there were like little dots on the floor they have to step on or something. I'm curious if it's the same in this game as well, but we'll figure this out. This is part of my, obviously, my playthrough / walkthrough. So this is less of a how-to and more of a how-to, plus it's part of my actual ongoing playthrough. So if at any point any of this information or what I'm doing disinterests you, if you're here for the like strict purpose of knowing how to get these, that's up to you to skip around and do it as you will. I don't know if I can necessarily just like go right where they are and catch them now, but we're definitely going to try. So it looks like, yeah, the island cave sits on Route 105, excuse me. We're going to go to Route 105 for Regice is the first one. The island cave sits on a small island in the northwest part of Route 105. Snow covers the first floor and another coded message can be found on the north wall. Examine the north wall to view the message, which reads, stop and wait, unmoving as time passes you twice. Close the message box and stand still at the north wall for 2 full minutes. Once enough time passes, a secret passage appears out of nowhere. That's annoying. I don't like that. All right, whatever. Let's go. So now we're going to go deal with that. I don't remember that being the case. Was that the same in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald? I don't remember that being like that. Also, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think that you can, like, fly or break out a dive until you get to this point. So you have to come back here, and then you can go. Now, the nice part is that in a situation like this where you're going after a legendary that's on a route, you actually have the ability to fly there now directly with a Pokemon that knows fly or using the Eon Flute. Now, the Eon Flute, which is cool, as you've noticed, Latios is not in my party. Latios is the Pokemon you can catch in Alpha Sapphire, Latios, and Omega Ruby. And so it's in my box right now, but you can still summon it somehow from the box. And it'll come to your aid to fly around. Now, I don't know where Route 105 is, so we're going to have to figure this out. Let's see. Little Root Town, Route 101, 102, Petalburg. Petalburg Woods, 104. No, that's 116. Rustboro, 114. So it must be back here someplace. Come on, guy. I know we could probably just use the map. I actually do have a map here. Route 105 is... Yeah, where do they move that to? Because it looks like it goes 101 from Little Root, 102 from Old Little Petalburg, 104 is, oh, it's south, it's in the water. That's interesting. Okay, so we need to go back, Route 104, so somewhere by the water, 104, 105, okay, Route 105. Yeah, so it's towards the water. Wouldn't have thought that, even though we've already dealt with this. Island Cave, I don't know. Did it land? I want to try something. I don't know. We're going to try one more thing. I want to know if you can actually fly to the island cave. I don't think we've actually been to it. Let's find out. Route 105. Because there's no way to really see island cave. It doesn't even say, I don't even see an island here, do you? There's not really anything here visibly. I like how we're just backing up in reverse. I love it. Yeah, there's no island here, so we're gonna have to do our own looking around, it looks like. I'm gonna go a little further and see from the transition. Yeah, Route 106. Yeah, there's nothing, so we do have to land, yeah. Okay. All right, the island cave sits on a small isle in the northwest part of Route 105. Snow covers the floor. Okay, so we need to go to the northwest part, which means we're likely going to run a wild Pokemon as well as trainers here that I've probably avoided. I don't know exactly how to get there, so we're just going to figure this out. So bear with me. If you're looking for like a super easy speed run guide, this is not going to be it for you. Oh, just kidding, found it. Okay, here we go. Island cave. Bam, super speed run. Told you. All right. Okay, so this is what it says. Examine north wall to view a message which reads, stop and wait, unmoving as time passes you by twice. Close the message box and stand still at the north wall for 2 full minutes. Okay, so I'm watching, so we've been here for about 13 seconds, it looks like. 15, 16, and so on. So we're just gonna wait, that's really all it is. Time to check the social media, see what's going on. Okay, boopity-boo. Okay, comments are all caught up. Yeah, one of the things is too, if you have any feedback for me, leave a comment. I reply to all top level comments. So while we're waiting here, killing time, and I could fast forward, but I ain't gonna do that. I don't really like doing edits on my videos, but yeah. Feel free to drop a comment, say something to me, hit me up, you know, do a thangy thang, as it is. Let's see what we got going on here. All good, everything looking good. All right. Once we have encountered our Regice, he's going to be at level 40, so prepare for that. And then it looks like Regirock is next, Registeel, and then Regigigas afterwards. Now, Regice has some pretty devastating moves. He's got Bulldoze, Ancient Power, Curse, and Amnesia. It's got the ability Clear Body, no held item. But at level 40, your team should be up. pretty high, I would say. Bulldoze is the one that's more devastating. It's a ground move. You've got Curse, which is a ghost move. Ancient Power is rock, and Amnesia is psychic. Curiously, though, as a pure ice Pokemon, it does not know any ice moves. Once we actually catch the Regice, or we encounter the Regice as well, if you do happen to knock it out, or fail to catch it in any way, shape, or form, whatever that looks like, it'll appear after you enter the Hall of Fame. So I like that they've done this. A lot of legendary Pokemon in this case, if you knock them out or fail to catch them, they show it back up after you beat the Elite Four. We're getting close. I think we've got about maybe 30 seconds or 40 seconds, maybe. There it is. 1 second. Ha! Told you. Anyway. All right, perfect. All right, and then, so you have Regice here in the overworld. So it's super important that you do the basic thing here, and that is to save the game. Always save it. Perfect. All right, so a little transition there. I edited my team, put Relicanth and Wailord back in the box, and got my guys out. I am planning on doing it as follows. This is how I'm going to take on Regice, okay? You can do it how you feel is best, but I've got Manectric up front. He knows Thunder Wave. I'm going to start with paralyzing Regice first and foremost, chipping away at its health a little bit. Bop, bop, bop. I'm going to try and bring its health down as much as possible, and then we're going to go down to Gallade, and Gallade is going to use False Swipe to chip it down to 1 HP, and then it's just a matter of time. We should be able to, from that point, get a good catch, I think. I would like to think. But yeah, as always, too, just as another reminder, make sure that you save before you encounter the overworld Pokemon. That way you can just reset if things don't go very well. Clicking on Regice, he makes his noise, and let's take our boy down. Okay. All right, Manectric looking good. All right, he can Mega Evolve, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. If he gets KO'd by Bulldoze, which is what I expect, that's fine. Thunder Wave, he's fast, he should be able to go first. That's really all I want. Regice doesn't have a way to recover from this, so he's going to be paralyzed throughout the duration. I don't think he has any sort of ability that would help. He knows he has the ability Clear Body. Let's review what that does. Prevents stat reduction caused by other Pokemon's moves and abilities. Okay, so it's not going to be impacted by paralysis, so he's good. Okay, so we're going to go there. Let's go ahead and hit it with a Thunderbolt. He's ice, so he's not necessarily, like, going to take a ton of damage from this. Perfect. Looking good, looking good. Okay, let's clamp down with a Bite. Let's do a little less damage this time. Chip away at it. Yeah, there we go. Still good, still good. Gonna Bite again. Ooh, that's looking good. Ancient Power. Might do a little bit of damage, but it's not going to concern me too much. Very, very little. All right, we're going to move over now, and Gallade is going to take over. And to give a stat boost, he's going to become Mega Gallade. Now, you don't have to do what it is that I'm doing. This is my method. I'm doing it as easy as possible for me, given the tools that I have, just because I'm trying to show you how to catch this little thing. But I think from this point, you've got it. Really, it's just a matter of, like, tracking down where they are after you've done the puzzle. The hard part's over. The earliest part of the video, that's the focus point right there. Knowing where to go, how to do the puzzle, how to unlock the Regis, and then you're good. From this point, just catch it however you want. I like it. I like the cape. I think he can hit one more time. Now, it's pretty much a guarantee that he's not going to be captured in one Ultra Ball. You could get lucky, but I doubt that's going to be the case for me. Cool. That's at 1 HP. Exactly as we want. Paralyzed, done very little damage to the team. He's got 1 HP. We're looking good. I've got a bunch of Ultra Balls. If you didn't use your Master Ball on Kyogre or Groudon respectively, then feel free to use it here. I probably wouldn't, just because they're kind of low level, but it's your call how you want to do this. All right, we're going to go ahead and throw an Ultra Ball. Up in B, because I'm superstitious. Figured, it's fine. Bulldoze. Let's find out how much damage you do with that. Not much. Worst case scenario, I could bring out Flygon, who I don't remember if he has the move Levitate, but I think he's immune to it. And even if he's not, ground moves like that aren't going to do anything to him. Yeah, I'm not terribly worried about him wrecking my team. Bulldoze is a very, very powerful attack, but it's not gonna do much for me here. Or do much to concern me anyway. Even if Gallade goes down, that's what she said, I'm not really worried about it. Are you gonna... Booyah! Nice. That's my boy right there. Pro moves, baby. Pro moves. Cool. All right, Regice looking good. Regice cloaks itself with frigid air of negative 328 degrees Fahrenheit. Things will freeze solid just by going near this Pokemon. Its icy body is so cold it will not melt even if it's immersed in magma. That is crazy town. Cool. Nope, don't need that. All right, 1 down and technically 3 more to go. All right, now, in the next episode of our playthrough, we're going to be going after Regirock. He can be found in the Desert Ruins on Route 111, and then after that, Registeel on Route 120, and then Regigigas is a whole other thing that we'll worry about. But for now, the focal point was, here's how you do the puzzle, here's how you catch Regice, here's the easiest way to go about all this stuff, all within real time without any edits. I like doing it that way, mainly because I want you to see exactly how long it'll take you. Once you're furthest along in the game, and you can do the things that I can do, this is about how long it would take you to catch Regice, assuming that you've progressed thus far and you've leveled up your team accordingly. All right, time for a safety save, and boom, there you go. All right, friends, if you did enjoy the video, show some love, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done that yet. As I said before, any feedback for me, leave in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And don't forget to take a look at the description box, as there are some links there that might be of interest to you, one of which is a link to the Marcanine community Discord server. If you want to be part of that group, you can chat with me directly. Otherwise, just know I appreciate you and your time, and hope to see you when we take on the next Regi of the trio before Gigas and the Quattro, when we go and grab Regirock from the Desert Ruins on Route 111. So be sure to come back around for that. In any case, thanks again for watching. Take care, be well, and I hope to see you next time. Later.